Alright, per usual. Can't think set up. Right, I put my thing back here. Great. Where did I put it? Where? I put like a million things behind here for no reason. Other than, I guess I just hate convenience. Right. Okay, so where is... Put up my sign. Alright. So yeah, this week I completely forgot to put a note saying that I'm going to be playing Stanley Parable today. And I think, like, okay, so streaming hasn't been doing well. That's apparent. So if streaming doesn't go well today, which I'm assuming is not, well, that's not entirely fair. I'll try again, like this week and the next week, but if streaming just doesn't work out, I think at least, like, the way things are set up currently, I should put a pause on it. Not worry about it and just focus on making videos instead. And not just worry about this. Because, like, you know, there's no sense to, like, keep going if it's obviously not working. And so, yeah, if stream doesn't go well today, I might just, like, play the Stanley Parable on my own and record that. And so, oh yeah. I guess, I'm not gonna show because I want to be a surprise. But I finally found a design, like, finalized my design in a way that I'm happy. I got all the tweaks out. And, currently I'm working on clothes. Clothes are the most hardest thing to do because I'm not a fashion person. I don't really care about my fashion, but at the same time, like, you know, when I do care, I care. And so I'm going to be fussing with that for a while. But as soon as that's done, I'm going to fiddle around and work on making design, like, sheets. I might record on my process of making that Undertale video because, like, man, so very sorry that it's taken so long. But trying to figure out everything and get into points, like, I'm also, like, still trying to get used to this whole computer system. I never did before. Like, okay, how do I say this? Before, computers were, okay, hold on. I'm old enough where in my youth, the internet was kind of a bit of a niche thing. We did have a family computer. It was one of those giant box computers that had, like, Windows 98 still on it. And, like, you know, MS Paint and all that stuff. I only used it for MS Paint. We didn't have internet, so it basically was useless. Unless to play, like, some Flash games, like the Pinball or Dungeon Quest. And so I never really messed with a computer. The only time I ever really messed with a computer, or started to, was when the school shoveled out Chromebooks. And so that's kind of when I started, but I didn't really use it, only for, like, I used it the same as the school computer, so I only used it for schoolwork, didn't do anything with it, didn't play games or whatever. But now here I am, with my own computer, trying to figure out the ins and outs of it. And also I have a giant tablet that I'm trying to figure out, like, And also, it doesn't help that I'm one of those people that just hates new things. I don't know why. I just do. I just hate new things. And that it goes into stuff that I buy. Like, I am really excited. When I bought this, I was really excited for it. But because it was new and I had to get used to it, I had a bit of a learning curve. And just now, like, I have this, let's see here. I got this at the beginning of the year, I think. No. It was... Okay, yeah, so I had this for almost a year now, I think. And I'm just now, like, really getting used to drawing on it, getting used to messing with it. So, yeah, that's a bit of a learning curve. And then we got Blender. That is a steep learning curve. At my college that I go to, there is a class that is teaching us Blender. One of the professors are. So there is that, and hopefully that will help me kind of get into that process faster. But still, moral of the story is I am a wuss that doesn't like new things. Alright. But yeah, and as you see, I have open tunes, so I'm planning on getting used to animating on this. Like, Krita, it's pretty good with drawing, but when it comes to animation, if I can't figure out how to make a frame without looking up the tutorial, then something is wrong, in my opinion. So I got open tunes. I did fiddle around with it a little bit. I did drew a little thing here and there. Not really an animation, just getting used to like how the UI looks. And instantly I'm already happy with it. I know how to how to make images. Like if I could just do like stop motion, that'd be fine. Not stop motion, like frame by frame, whatever. That is fine. But yeah. Anyways, Stanley Parable. Enough yapping. Alright. Ooh. Why, what? Why are you like this? Why is it... What? Okay, so it's stretched out. Why? Here, hold on. Let's try this. Hello! Welcome to stream. What? Okay, this is fun. Here, hold on. Chins, keyboard, mouse, video, aspect ratio. Oh. Try that. You can't see it, but it's like really wide. Okay. Why is it so small? Try that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. My screen. Try that one. What? Why did they do that? Oh. Oh no, wait. That is so weird. I also like this meta thing. That is really neat. Why is the resolution changed? Okay. Which one had 1920 by 1080? I can work with that. There he is. Okay. Huh. Okay, does he have... Oh man, what's the 4K? My screen is 4K. What is the 4K resolution size? Is it this? Yes! We did it! Okay. So... Alright. I don't know why, but I'm always nervous when we're playing a game for the first time. Or a new game. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm gonna move Little Me. I really need to fix that. Make it not do that, because that's really annoying. Okay, so... that is not what I want. Piss. Properties. No, that's not what I want. Stop it. Okay, center. Flip horizontally. Okay, give me over here. Okay. I think this is better. Maybe. I don't know. What is better? This. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna keep it over here for now. Just back to where it was. Completely useless. Okay, anyways. Let's start. Start with the game. Alright. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading, never. Okay, very interesting. Oh my goodness, stop! Ah. Yeah, I need to look that up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That's us!
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Wow.
Stanley was happy.
Man.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Jailbreak!
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting,
Jailbreak!
even say hi.
Freedom!
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ah. Okay, here. Need to fiddle around a bit more in settings. How's my volume? Ah! Okay, I think my volume's pretty good. It's keyboard sounds. I love that. Mouse sensitivity. Turn that sucker up. Just a wee bit. Okay. Okay, so we got up and out of the office. Wow, I'm zooming. Actually, that is too sensitive. Turn that out some. Mouse accelerate. Why would you want that? Okay. Okay, I'm out of my office. Why am I?
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I never played this game before. I feel like I need to say that because the games that I have been playing before are games that I had played. Yeah. Why am I so slidey? Where is the meeting room? Is it over here? Wow. Is there A114? Oh! I hate Mondays. Ah, ah. Very nice. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, this is my left. I know, like, the premise of the game is that you do stuff, and there's, like, multiple endings. Oh, hi! Welcome to the Stanley Parable! I never played this game before. Shocking, I know. I have seen and heard people talk about it, but I never played it myself. And by people, I mean only one, being Bijou Mike.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so let's see. Meeting room, floor, Okay, Monday. Weekly targets. Andrew, marketing Mondays, groups. Time, okay. Do not alert without consulting whiteboard manager. That's the whiteboard manager. Okay. Rip Franz. Meeting room. Okay. What is all, like, this is definitely like meeting room stuff. Work harder. Work harder. Work hard, harder work. A lot of %! Oh my goodness! Alright. This is your first run? Yep, this is my first time ever playing it. Oh, sorry. Wait. Who's clicking that? Boss appreciation minute. Oh, man. Okay, on your boss application minute worksheet. I was reading that! Okay, solving interpersonal conflict. Okay. What's this? Facts. Graphs about things and money. We have our new products. Oh my goodness. This is how Microsoft Word got made. Right here in this room. Oh my goodness. Alright. Ooh, bathroom closet. Cool. I'll go back and interact with everything.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I like how my interaction sounds like a key. Like, I just took the keyboard with me. And I'm just, like, typing. Ooh. Ooh la la. I like it. Very chic. Who's closing the doors behind me? Ma'am, I'd like to make an appointment with the board member. Yes, it's very important for you. See, everyone is gone. Everyone has been raptured and they have left me behind. I'm scared it wouldn't like my mommy. Alright. You have no idea, like, man, I'm holding back the urge to just mess with everything. I want to mess with everything, but I want to do, like, what he says first.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Oh,
2845.
Yellow.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. Okay, here, hold on. My screen is really dark for no reason. Turn that sucker up.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay. Oh, right there. Ah. 2,
2845. Yet
I got-
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Ain't this neat? And also, if people like showed up, I need advice. We need to talk big business money like in the office. Man, I can't see squat. Display mode, full screen. Field vision. Oh, my FOV? Oh, that feels better. I think. Enhance. Shutter, field details. Okay, I can see more. Not everything's like close to my face. I don't know if it's like the sun in my eyes. Is there anything in this corner? I can't see squat. Alright, I'm going this way. To the ominous red light.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
It is?
He feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
What is it? Is like the big bang great darkness. Is like the big narrative here is that like I'm a robot or something? Am I not a person? Am I a digital being?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Aw, man. Escape. Escape! I'm sorry, we'll come back to this. Okay. The narrator is like the subtitles spoiling everything before it happens in a show. Yeah, kinda. What's that, binary?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Heck yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm the most strengthiest little character ever. I'm the strengthiest boy. I have the strengths. But yeah, how are y'all doing? Exactly why I disobey him almost all of the time. I think that's the point of the game, is that you are supposed to kind of piss him off. But for the first round, I'm gonna listen to what he says because I'm curious, like, what does this road lead to? Like, doing what they say. And then we can work backwards of, like, disobedience.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Serial
Stanley's
numbers.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
This is the Microsoft office!
Eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
These are the screens of all the people that buy a Microsoft product and don't install Linux on it. Oh dear. Ooh. Yeah.
This mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
And it's also like very obvious narratively that I am supposed to do something like doing what else this guy is saying, and like the path itself is obviously like constructed in such a way to do so.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
We're ascending to the heavens.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Have I? Well, I was born under a rock.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, question is, how do we do that? 0521? Is that the code? I'm sure there's like a giant... Yeah, there it is, the facility power. Probably have the giant red button saying power off. Yeah. Mind controls idle awaiting input. Ooh. There was a time where I found the empty janitor. Okay, hold on. Okay, mind you, I have not played this game. Okay, I have not played this game, so don't spoil anything for me.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Did I do it? Do I won? Am I the gamer?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
Don't worry, it doesn't really spoil anything. Okay, good.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Oh, very.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
I feel like a dinosaur should be just moving across the screen. Alright, so there was a time where I found an empty janitor room and just kept being inside because I wanted to rage bait him. We need to do that. Okay, so that is the first ending, I believe. It's like the obedience ending. But now, I want to be disobedient and backwards. Like, I wonder if there's a way, like at the end when the door is slowly opening, is there a way to go backwards from that point? Like, just to go back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I wonder, okay, so now there's also another thing. If I were to speed through it, would he catch on? Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay, I'm gonna let him talk just in case.
Disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
And then, okay, so that's the broom closet. I'm guessing that's the janitor closet you're talking about. We'll revisit that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
See ya, Hilda.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What
So
could its
obviously
purpose
there.
be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
My fault.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And then there's something over there.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Remember
Stanley
accidentally getting
thought to himself.
something
Did
the
he have
narrator
the
called a
strength
secret
to
ending?
find out?
Okay. There are secret endings in this. Okay, I guess Okay, my mind's going. My mind's firing up.
Jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
Oh, hey,
lives
there's me.
of so many individuals reduced to
And I'm
images
4
on screen,
something,
and
417, something like
one
that.
of them eternally
Where's
monitored in
me?
this
Where's
place
me?
Where freedom meant nothing.
Where is 417? 3, 4, 6, 17. That. Something like that? Or is it 427? Yeah, it's 427 right there. That's me! That's my computer! Woo! That's cool.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Up into the
Never.
heavens.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it
Ascend.
even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
And then there's
Walking,
numbers.
eating, working. All of it monitored
there's
and
5.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
And then there's a
decided
red
that this
button.
machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls
3.
once and for all.
And then 1, 2. There's no 3. There's a 0, but not a 3. There's a 3, not a 0. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay. So I press off, and then the door would slowly shutter. Would I be able to go back and not enter the door? Is that a possibility? Unless they like put a rail behind me that didn't allow that.
Blackness and a rising chill of
The
uncertainty.
darkness.
Was it over?
I'm being too energetic.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
That's...
Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
That first initial
Freedom was
done
mere
doesn't
moments
sound like
away.
I was free.
And yet, even as
Okay.
the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Okay, so I can't
longer would
jump.
anyone
I
tell
can't
him where to
go
go,
back. I can't do
what to
anything
do.
like that.
Or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps
What if I
the
just
only
stay?
thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I don't? What if I just stayed here? Fun fact, the game's creator has a brother and he's a popular streamer. I think his name is Doug. I think I remember hearing that. Need to look that up. Very nice. I remember when games used like this kind of gives me like PS2 vibes. Like this kind of like PS2 graphics. Or like, well, not really PS2, but I mean like PS3. Okay. Just stay here. Not doing anything. Give it like a minute or two. Like, there has to be a way to not enter, right? Unless that is the path, like, at that decision. That's like my last decision before getting the quote-unquote good ending. Or am I reading too much into it? And this is it. Wait a minute. I already completed the first path, and I'm now trying ways to not do that. And I thought I'd be able to, like, do something different here, but I guess not. Unless, like, it's something crazy, like I stay here for, like, 20 minutes. Which I doubt. Unless it is. Is there a way to, like, not enter? Rage bait in, please. We're trying. Ah!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
I'm
skin,
trying.
the feeling of liberation.
I'm not liberated. I'm not free.
This was
You
exactly
need to see
the
him
way,
get rage
right
baited.
now,
Alright.
that things were meant to happen.
Okay, so.
Stanley was happy.
Alright. Now the real rage bait begins. We are working on that. This is where the true disobedience begin.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, where am I going? This is different. Did I go in through the wrong door? No. Huh. There is an Indies game that takes years. Don't remember the exact. Wait, really? Like years? Dang. This is new. This is different. I don't remember this. Yeah, there wasn't this hallway before, unless I'm tripping.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, that's the same. Could have sworn that hallway didn't exist.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
Oh.
Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone?
Maybe.
This was too much for Stanley to
Am
take.
I?
Too much for any
Are
man
you a
to
person?
take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened
I think that might be an
passageway.
area, but I can't tell because it's too dark for me. Okay, so at the mind control bit where the thing gives you an off or on, gonna turn it on and see what happens. Let me be mind controlled. I don't want to make decisions. They scare me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door.
Alright, and
that
we'll get
read
back to you.
Mind control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I want to break free. I want to break free.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh no, betrayed me. Don't give a frick care, is how I reacted to the code. Yeah,
This
very fair.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Books.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
Books,
time?
books,
Was this
books,
the only
books,
reason
books,
he was
and
happy
quotes,
with his
books, and
boring
quotes,
job?
books,
That his
books,
emotions
books,
had
and
been
quotes,
manipulated to
books,
accept
and
it
quotes,
blindly?
books and quotes, books and quotes, books and quotes, books and quotes, going up the elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
No.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Wow,
Had he
it's like
truly
having a normal
spent
office
his entire
job.
life utterly blind to the world?
I never had an office job, but I imagine that's how it
He was
feels
above
like.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Gotta
As
be
the
polite.
cold reality of his past
We can
began
be
to
rebellious,
sink
but
in,
still be polite.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never
Wait for him to
again
finish.
exert its terrible power.
Ah, that must be where it is.
For he would dismantle the controls once
Is that where
and
Zero is?
for all.
Alright. First act of rebellion, here we go. Alright, give it to me, baby. Oh wait, okay, I already said it. Boop!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I
After they
did.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Hey,
Oh, Stanley.
we
I
have a
applaud
good
your
thing
effort, I
going,
really
why
do.
not?
But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
No.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How
Okay.
long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Alright.
it, Stanley? It's
So-
your time to shine. You are
Okay,
the
got
star.
some
It's your
numbers
story
here.
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy
Pulse.
it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me. Where we're
Okay, that's
going,
4.
what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Does the zeros matter?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of
No,
silence
I don't
before
care
you're
about them.
obliterated? Oh,
Okay,
I'm
let's
in
see
a
here.
good mood.
Voltage control units, press
tell you
any
exactly
key
what
to
happened
send
to me.
power
I
surge.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I
Okay.
set you free.
5,
Of course,
2,
that was
1.
merely in this instance of the story.
Wait.
Sometimes when I tell it, I
3.
simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
Blue
buttons
3?
endlessly and then dying alone.
Blue 3.
Other times, I let the office
Blue
sink
3?
into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I
Oh,
have to
wow.
say this though, this version of events has
3.
been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Blue 3.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Okay,
Time
so
doesn't grow
yellow.
on trees.
That's
Oh,
that's
dear
not
me,
yellow.
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're
1.
going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Well, yeah.
Did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on
Man.
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Okay, let's hear. What does
Why
it
do you
say?
think that, Stanley? That this video
Button
game can be
hint.
beaten? One soul?
Continue.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Incorrect. Okay, so it's not that. Okay, so there's green.
You're in for quite a disappointment.
What does green
But
mean?
here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action
Incorrect.
moving along.
3.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead
2.
of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Bro, do you ever stop talking?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to
There's also
control
this.
world.
Oh, wait. Is it gonna be here?
Destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee
a look at the
427.
clock.
Wow,
That's
you
30
are
seconds
so
away.
nice. You're just so nice, aren't you?
No ending.
Console disabled.
Blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail
Man.
life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Dude, I let it go free.
Or don't. It's all
I
the
accept
same
death.
to me.
Death
All
does
a part
not
of the
scare
joke.
me.
And believe me,
I gladly open it with my open arms. I welcome it.
fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Wow, okay. Oh. Things are changing. Crazy.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
He's not telling me anything. But yeah, that was cool. Okay, I want to try again. 424. All the papers like strewn about. Things are changing. That computer's active. Can it open the door? The door's already open on that side. Like, okay, I want to do the bomb thing again, I think.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. I don't know why, but I'm expecting him to change it to say the door on his right sometime. Yeah, the hallway, it's gone. The blue hallway isn't there anymore. How? Man, I love it when they trip me up like that.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Don't get
Feeling
fired.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I do love the ego this guy has.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
serious.
to
2, 8,
discover
4,
not
5.
an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened
I don't
to
think
input
skipping
the
his
correct
dialogue would
code
do
by
anything.
sheer
I probably
luck.
could be able to
Amazing.
just...
He stepped into the
plow
newly
through that.
opened passageway.
But okay. Try and figure out the... Okay, so... There are buttons and then there are colors. And then there's numbers that correspond to those buttons. So, can I, like, make it where the crosshairs... would it be in extras? Oh, achievement. I want achievements. Thank you. This is an achievement. Wow. Save. Someone saved. Okay, can I... Would the crosshairs be in here? Waiting for virtual sync. Okay. I don't think I can add the crosshairs. But that's fine.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, let's try this again. I will save the building from destroying.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
I can't,
secret did this
jump
place
from
hold?
here
Stanley
either.
thought to himself. Did he have
Unless...
the strength to find out?
Can I? Can I? Can I jump? Can I jump? No? Okay, fine. I see how it is, trying to preserve my well-being. How dare you? How dare you try to keep me alive? How dare you try to save me from my own stupidity?
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I don't care.
Stanley's co-workers.
Never care
The
about
lives
them.
of so many individuals
Never
reduced
desire
images
to know
on a
them.
screen.
They are boring.
One of them
All they want to talk
eternally
about is
wanted
drama
to be
and
this
coffee.
place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
If I was actually under mind control, I wouldn't really
No,
care because I
he
wouldn't have any
refused
free
to
will or
believe it.
understanding
He
what I
couldn't
was
accept
doing.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, holes in the
But here
story
was
and
the proof,
narrative.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad
Okay,
or
cool.
content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So you think.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Uh-huh.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes. I am a greedy little
I
pumpkin.
applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to
And I
understand
desire the
there's only
greed.
so much that machine can do.
Okay, mind
You
control
were
status
supposed to let
offline.
it Go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my
Control
story off
disabled.
track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
afraid you
forgot
don't
about
have
this.
Nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this
Can go
pertinent,
across.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
That'd be a
In the
cool
event that
power
this
to
machine
have.
is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
No, that would take a while.
eliminating the entire complex. How long until
Okay, need to go
detonation
4
then?
right.
Let's say
Okay, so.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little
Okay,
more fun,
so
isn't
let's
it,
hear
Stanley?
voltage
It's your
control
time
unit
to
1.
shine.
Press any key.
You are the
to
star.
send.
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Okay.
Oh, this is much better than
3
what I had
blue.
in mind. What a shame we
Okay,
have so
so-
little time left to enjoy it. Mere
1.
moments until the bomb goes off. But what
2.
precious
No.
moments each one of them
Not
is.
that one.
More time to talk about you.
Oh,
about
wait.
me.
That's
Where are we
10.
going?
Okay.
What all this means.
Does it
I
say 10 on
barely
it?
know where to start.
10.
What's that?
Okay,
I'd
let's
like
see.
to know where your
You have
coworkers
3
are.
attempts remaining.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned
Yeah,
off the machine.
erased
I set
them.
you free.
So
Of course,
British.
that was merely
Okay,
in
so
this
that's
instance of
that.
the story. Sometimes when I tell
And
it,
then
I simply let you sit there in your
there's
office
a light
forever,
blue.
pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground.
Okay,
swallowing
so do I press
everyone
1 again?
inside, or I let it burn
Oh, it's
to
back
a
this way.
crisp.
Ah, not that
I
way.
have to say
This way.
though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Okay,
But I'm sure
so
whatever I come up with on the
I'm
next
doing
go
something.
around
I'm doing
will be
something, but
even
what?
better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
what is the
You know what?
code?
To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Thank you.
These are precious additional seconds.
Okay, I have 3 attempts
Time
left.
doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Okay, so not
Or
that
did you
works.
just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing.
Is that
in
a
this
4?
room. These
That's a
other
1.
Buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me.
What happens if
Why
we
would you
do
think that, Stanley?
5, 2, 1?
That this video game can be beaten? While
Yes.
solved? Do you have any idea what
Where
your
is the
purpose
5?
in
There
this
it
place
is.
is?
To be a little toy or whatever, I guess. I don't know.
How many times will
5.
you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
Oh, you remember.
Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Yeah, I'm
That's
looking.
30
I
seconds
know.
you have left to struggle.
Drop me a hit, why
30
don't you?
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
Okay, so
Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
okay. First, I prefer the quote, I think therefore I am. Yeah, that is a good quote. Socrates and all that. Okay, so there's also like a random event thing going on where each load up is
I tell
different.
this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay, so I clearly don't know enough to figure out the code for that, so we're gonna come back to that. Gonna put a pin in it, and gonna do something that I think might be a bit more easier, which is going through the escape.
When Stanley came to
thing.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
That is funny. I like that. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Alright. Being a little too silly. Relax. Tranquila. I miss loading screens.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, there's nothing else I could do there, so... As far as I know. So we're going this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Good. Let me die, let
The
me
door
die,
behind him was
let
not
me
shut.
shrivel up and
Stanley
die.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes. Very nice. Alright. I was told there's cake down here. Ooh. Okay, that actually got me chills. That was pretty good. Oh! Ow! Wow. Yay!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Wow, okay.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Oh, there's something there.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
There's something there.
Plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No, I don't. I don't want to die like this. Ah.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh! I'm free! Okay. Got second narrator? The Stanley Parable. I cannot see
And yet
anything.
it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Oh.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ooh, okay, now we're getting into some real meta stuff. Nature paintings. This is a gallery of the stuff. This is cool. Okay, so Stanley's computer. Yep, that is my computer. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iterations. Okay, so yeah, there's the office. Then there's the hall that goes into the other thing. And the doors. And then the other places. And then the cabinet thing. And then there's the two doors. Okay. I feel like there might be a clue in this. Like somewhere. Okay, so the corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley's Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game merged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Alright. And then finally, I love that this is like a museum. And then just the office desk. Alright. The office. Alright. Buttons. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. That is very nice. Okay, we're just go ahead and just get the behind the scenes of this stuff. That is cool. Office computers. Hey, solitaire! Can't see that one. It's too bright. Here, hold on. Not that. Bring that down some. My eyes are getting melted here. I'll just endure the darkness. And then employee database. Printing. Alright. Okay, so credits. Alright, there's all the people. This is cool. Office clock. Okay. And then boss's office. Okay, I went through a few iterations. Unless these are rooms that I can get to. Okay. My brain is computing. It is doing its thing. I am like the office. And then, okay, so maintenance room. Okay, so this is kind of spoilery in itself. Okay, that's a printer. Okay, so these are screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. The point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. Alright, am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was the clock there before? Don't remember. How do I go back? How do I check for more? The point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. Large words. That's funny. Okay, greenlit. In September 2012, we submitted Stanley Parable to greenlit Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The greenlit page had only a series of cryptic photos, which are still enough to win the community's approval. Okay, so this was that did it. Alright, I love it. And then Warzone. Tron. Okay. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield against aliens. The action game would become sentient. And I hate my headphones here. Hold on. I'm going to take my headphones off and like do the speaker. There might be a little bit of an echo. I just don't want to wear them. My head is being squeezed to death. Okay. Early developments, we designed an ending where blah, 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 blah. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as a making fun people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Fair enough. Alright. This is really cool. Here, the lounge. An early version of the lounge. Wow, this just goes on forever, it seems like. Oh, the projector. From Michael M. Subject, some questions. How do I make a JPEG? How do I... Oh. Yours truly, Wong Yong. Narrator's emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in future promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Awesome. And then more of the office. Okay. So I'm like mentally trying to think about these pictures and like trying to get it in my brain to see if I can like figure out clues from this. Cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargoes was actually stored. Huh. The cargo lift. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early vision, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. I need to remember this. This will become important later on. I need to remember this. I can feel it in my bones. Okay. The apartment timer. In previous versions of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 50 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Apartment ending. Okay. Then rooms, maintenance, lounge, vent. 2 options. Okay, I'm going to just look at the pictures. I am reading too much. Okay, what's this way? Oh. Trailers. Round for 4 major tasters. Okay. Zen model. Alright, Zen 4th version of the ending. For lunch. Game is now paused. Escape menu. Long time only ended when the player restarted from the escape move. Unfortunately, the players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which it was frustrating for everyone. Hey, is that? Okay, got like an elevator lift. Okay, I'm guessing, am I supposed to like... Okay, there's the exit. There's so much. Okay, I already went down there. Okay, office rooms. Different radiations of it. Alright. Okay, need to go back down to the other side because I didn't. Unless it like loops around. Employee lounge. Underground. Welcome to the underground. How was the fall? If you wanna look around, give us a call. Narration outtakes.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? Then he pushed the number 4.
Not sure if you can hear that. Alright. Just a room where the narrator talks to you. I mean, that's definitely haven't been used for some fanfics. Whoever did voice the narrator, very good. Very good. Clap, clap, clap. Freedom ending. Okay, I think that's everything.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I don't know what I was supposed to be choosing. Sorry, but your cryptic messaging was a bit too cryptic. Did you say something? Hello? Am I, like, dead? Dead? Hello? Hello? Here, I'll turn that up some so you guys can hear. I feel like that's too quiet. Excuse me. Okay. Not sure if I was meant to stay there or not. Okay.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay, that's new. What do you mean someone's following me? My guess is that he's just messing with me. Okay. So that is the other place I could think of would be, there's that dark alley looking thing. Before this. Well, after this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
also
there.
the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Hey, you wanted this. It's not my fault that I'm listening. Okay, is there anything over here? There is. I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Okay. I need to stick to the wall. Okay, so. I'm just gonna continue going left. Not left, right. Is there seriously nothing over here? Okay, there is nothing over here. I mean, I suppose I could have gone back. Yeah, because at this point, I don't know if I could.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, so... Okay. I don't want to do all that again, because I think it's just going to be the same, and there is a little difference there. He is being impatient with me.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself, and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Wow, okay. Listen, I'm not the one that's so insecure that he had to create his own little world just to make himself feel better. At the freaking God complex.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, now I'm gonna go downstairs because,
Yet there was not a
Just
single
read this.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
there must be like some kind of clue or something. Right. Okay, we'll come back to that. You go down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Anything down here? No. Alright. Fire hose. Oh,
But
set out.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
1, 2, B4.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job
12,
pushing
11,
buttons.
12,
I may
and
as well
2, B4.
enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No, I don't want to fly!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too.
Ah!
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he
No.
invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
No.
the press of the mattress on his
No.
back, the fresh air
I
of the
refuse.
world outside
No.
this one.
Let me free!
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I don't want to...
Let me go back to
No.
my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
No!
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My
me free.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
No!
I am okay.
No! you're free. There we go.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ah!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
What's
then
with the
collapsed
shoes?
dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Wow.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Top-tier
the very
gaslighter.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Did he just kill me and then just covered up my death? Wow. Gee, thanks. Oh. This is new. This is new. Narrator, where did you
All
put
of
me?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Console bark. Console bark. That's a code name. Here. Screenshot that. Dang it. Hello? There. Oh, I can crouch now. Ka-ching. There's still doors.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Things are... Strange things are happening amongst the circle of K. Open the console? What do you mean console? Like terminal? What do you mean open console? What is a console? Like game console? Computer console?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. So too late for that, but I need to remind that. The console dash bark. Not dash, it's lesser than, no, greater than bark.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
And then there's also clocks. A random coffee. This is...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yes.
A room so utterly captivating that even
Is the
though
button
all
on
your
the top
co-workers
left
have
keyboard?
mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Escape? Is that console?
At this point,
escape key?
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Wow. You know, I'm gonna shut the door. Dang it.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, okay. I want to see what this, like, goes first, and then gonna do... Okay, so that's console? Like little... Like little accent-looking thing? Okay, didn't know that.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I like his sass. Okay, so going that way would just lead me back to where I was, but there's also stuff.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But I don't have to. I could just be in here and press the button and go away.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Did he try to open a door and was mistaken? I didn't see that. That must have led to the outside, or something like that.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
It's okay, I'm bad with directions too.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Uh-huh. Okay, here we go again.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Shut your eyes, children.
I just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, come on! Okay, so, it's here. Console greater than bark. Console... No, wait, hold on. Console greater than bark. Did I do that right? Unless it's here. Do I need to, like, click control, or do I just press that? I'm trying to... Is it only with the whiteboard? I'm missing something. Try checking controls. Alright, options, keyboard, activity, edit keys, control. I'm gonna make my control shift. There we go. And then take a screenshot. Okay, so it's F5. Console is the apostrophe thing. Okay, I pressed both. Oh no, wait. There we go. Okay, so... do I need to also press enter? What am I doing wrong? Or do I need to be at a computer and do that? Or press, do I press it all? Okay. I have no idea what to do with that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh! I just turned that off. I did not mean for that. There has to be something. Okay, here we go with the second office thing. And it's also a different computer too. I can go back to this room. Why? Just right there.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, there's too many decisions. Narrator, what did you do to me? Go in keyboard advanced settings, okay. Yeah. Narrator, why did you do this to me? I don't like decisions. Alright. Okay, so edit keys. I would assume it would be here. Look keyboard look modifier. Yeah, console's there. I'm not seeing advanced keyboard settings. What's here? Yeah, keyboard and mouse. Edit keys. Sensitivity. Can't scroll up or down. Edit keys. Forward. Action key. Excuse me. Use item. Okay. Take screenshot. Pause. Turn left, turn right, look up, look down. Strafe? Do you mean like keyboard look modifier? I don't think that's it. Okay. Oh, that one too. I want to go there. Who turned my keyboard back? I don't like that. Alright. Okay, back. Boom. Bind console to something? Sure. Alright. Well, it's already binded to something. Mouse keys. Okay, so what should I bind that to? I'll just make sure it is that key.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, don't! Ah, narrator! Come on! I was figuring stuff out!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You suck, you know that? Don't know what turning off the computers do, but I'm doing it. Save power. Okay, it does that sound. Am I not supposed to do that one? Makes me think I'm not supposed to.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh, someone spilled the tea. Har har har. Press the key below escape key. That's what I've been pressing.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What? Why do you have to say it like that?
Wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Bruh. What did you do? Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I don't want to win.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Yeah, I
We
don't
both
wanna
know
win.
you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright. I made it to the end of the path, so I'm happy with that.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Alright.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Not sure why you can't open console. I don't know either. Did I press and hold? I never did anything like that before. Is it because I have like a lot of stuff open right now? Do you need like my terminal? Okay, so. Man, this is one iridescent yellow line. Okay, we're going a different direction this time. Okay. Yes! Finally, solitaire! I want to put solitaire! No! I want to play solitaire. Narrator, you evil! You evil man! Alright. Gotta check doors. Gotta check
You see?
doors.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Nope.
Onward!
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Maybe?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, heck yeah! That's awesome. There we go. This is epic. I love it.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What? This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Study the fern. The fern. Study the fern. The fern. Study, study. Fern, study. Fern, study. Study, fern, 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 study, study, study. Love, love, love. Lick, lick, lick. Go.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
We are?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Yeah, that line went through that. Okay, this is fun. I like it. We follow the line. The line knows the story. We follow the line. The line of the story. My brain's completely off right now. You sure you know how to program?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
Thank you,
after
Line.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, come on. This was fun. Admit you had fun. Admit it. You did. Okay, there's those again. I don't know what the deal is with the computer.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Exactly.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yes! Let's go!
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Can I have
Go
dragons?
wild. Use your imagination.
Dragons!
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Dragons!
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
But
no
it's
lines
cute.
or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's cute. I like it. It has personality. Bye!
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How
Yes.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Unless
Come,
it is.
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh no, I'm ramping up. I'm ramping up the power. I wish I could run.
Hold up, what's this?
The confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if
Wait,
I
after
don't
a
want
long
to forget?
time,
My mind goes
Stanley
blank
dies?
simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
Okay, hold on.
I
So where
don't
are
want
we?
it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh,
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we
there
even
is just-
know?
Okay, on 7th.
Will
then
someone
there's
come
no
for us?
longer in office.
Will something
Complete blank
happen?
Space. Find a bookstore, get bored and leave.
Okay.
Narrator restarts the game. Narrator.
I guess now we just wait. You know,
Okay.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
I
not quite
suppose so.
sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Well, we don't
Eventually.
have a journey now, do
Well,
we?
in the meantime, if
Was that supposed to happen? What was that? Okay, so let's see here. What'd you say? So this game runs on the source engine. I think I have more solution. You have to add console in the launch options, then run the game. Okay, here, hold on. No saved game. Huh? Okay. I find it funny that like the mouse is white because typically they are. Let's see here. So you have to add console in the launch options, then run game. Okay. So like in Steam. Alright, let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, we already ran into the 2-hour mark. That was really fun. I really enjoyed this. Narrator, you dog. I can see why there's a lot of Tumblr art about you. I think this is the beginning of a wonderful friendship. Let's see here. So yeah, that is the Stanley Parable. I will figure out the whole console thing. Now, okay, so here's the thing. It's with the whole thing with the streams. Like, obviously, numbers aren't everything. That's not really the point, but the point is that I want to do stuff that will entertain people, right? That's kind of the whole point of having a social media, is that I want to entertain people. And if there aren't people watching what I'm doing, then that kind of defeats its point, right? Of like getting stuff out there to make people happy. Like if people aren't seeing it to be happy, then like, you know, kind of makes it its own paradox. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of an experiment. Last month was an experiment trying to figure out, like, you know, how to get, like, figure out how this whole stream stuff works. So, personally, you're in. Well, I appreciate you. You've been there for, like, pretty much all of my streams. And I greatly appreciate that. I love having someone just to talk with with the streams. I love it. I appreciate you so much. But, like, I don't want it to just be you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want other people in here too. So we can, like, what I really want is, you know, like at the end of the Undertale Yellow thing, how, you know, we just kind of talked about the game and, like, theorized? I want that. But I need to get people interested in to have that. You understand what I'm saying? So for now, until I figure out a plan, I think the best way to go about it is to, like, kind of bring the streams to a stop for the meantime until I have everything set up the way I want to, and have it on Twitch, because that's the whole point of the platform, is to stream on Twitch. And I can dual stream, so I will also stream on YouTube and see how things work from there. I feel like I'll have better chances of reaching an audience and just have a good time, like, interacting with people if I do it on Twitch. Like this year, personally, I'm entertained. Not sure why your streams have so little attention. I don't know either. And yeah, I'm glad. Again, I'm very glad that you are here and just vibing with me. I'm very glad. That makes me happy. So it could be because of, like, I'm not doing games that are considered mainstream. That could be the thing. In fact, I'm pretty sure that is the thing. But the thing is, with the more mainstream games, I want to get a setup done where I can, like, customize it and make it kind of fit the vibe of the game that I want to play. And that's going to take a bit. So for now, until I have everything set up and ready, I do think it's best to put the streaming stuff on pause and then pick it up again once I have everything ready and done. And also have, like, the Twitch, and then I can dual stream the thing on Twitch and also on YouTube. I'll make a post about it saying that I've done that. So, wish you luck. Thank you very much. Again. So yeah, this isn't like a punishment or anything. Just trying to figure out what's the best course of action to move forward. Like, how do I grow this channel of mine? And of course, like, I am slowly writing a list of stuff to play and stuff to do. So if you have any, like, suggestions or anything, then of course, like, even in my like, animations, if there's, like, a recommendation for, like, a game or something, or, like, a video idea, then by all means, go for it. For these early stages, I think that's okay to, like, take in some input, but once we figure out, you know, where to go, then I'm gonna be a bit more, like, streamlined, a bit more finite in what requests I take. But until then, yeah. Again, thank you for watching. And so hopefully next time I see you would be in a video. And I'm gonna try and keep my videos consistent with the every other week thing. And so, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. This is Mysterious Maiden, signing off.